Moving on now to Washington, and a new bill introduced by our next guest aiming to block the president from agreeing to the World Health Organization's pandemic accord. If you haven't heard about this, it's important. Basically, if this moves forward in Washington, it would force all of the NATO countries, including the United States, to have a unified plan when the next pandemic rolls around. How scary is that? Joining us now for more, a member of the House Judiciary Committee, Wisconsin Congressman Tom Tiffany. Congressman, great to have you back on this morning. Take us through what this bill would do.
Yes, so this bill that I'm doing with Senator Johnson from Wisconsin, which I suspect your viewers know, Senator Johnson has been one of the leading people going against the COVID cartel, and I would put the World Health Organization in that category of part of the COVID cartel. What it says is that any agreement that is struck with the World Health Organization in regards to pandemic actions, it must be treated as a treaty, and then it takes a 2/3 vote of the United States Senate in order for it to be ratified.
Yeah, Congressman, it's so bizarre to me because there are still so many questions about Dr. Tedros and the World Health Organization and what they knew and when, and were they complicit with China in the early days of COVID-19. The bill basically states that the U.S. should be in charge of our own pandemic policy, not the corrupt WHO. That is your response basically to this. Do you expect this to pass?
I'm hopeful. I mean, isn't the dam breaking? I mean, I think I just listened to your previous segment in regards to the WHO, and you've got Dr. Redfield now coming out very publicly saying, hey, this is almost certainly a lab leak. I think we're beginning to break through here. And think about it, as you alluded to, Taiwan at the end of 2019, they warned the World Health Organization, this may be a lab leak. Something serious may be happening in Wuhan, China. The World Health Organization ignored Taiwan. And why we would turn over our pandemic policy unilaterally to the World Health Organization makes no sense. And that's why we need this bill to pass. And I'm hopeful that we're going to get some movement with it because it's bad medicine what the Biden administration is trying to give the American people.
So basically, just so I understand this, so let's say COVID 2.0 is a thing. I hope that doesn't happen. But basically, if the WHO says that Russia needs to do this, that means every other country needs to do the same thing that they advise Russia to do?
Oh, I suspect that that's what they would do. I mean, think about how this was rolled out in the course of 2020. They said all the world needs to shut down. They would probably do the same thing. And it's only a matter of when this will happen, not if it will happen, if you give them this power. Because some doctor at the World Health Organization, you can count on it, is going to say, yeah, geez, this could spread throughout the world. We're going to have another COVID, and therefore we need to lock people down. If they have the authority to do it, they're certainly going to do it.
Well, I'm so glad you're doing what you're doing because they're just trying to slide in, hey, one world order. Everybody vote on this. No big deal. So keep us posted on what happens.